Hi, my name is Jim Bard, and inside this video, I'm going to show you how a forgotten hormone inside the male body, something that medical experts are referring to as testosterone's twin, can quickly and naturally allow your body to produce surging levels of healthy testosterone well into your 50s, 60s, 70s, and beyond, so that you can start living every single day as the powerful, confident alpha male God intended you to be. In fact, once you begin to activate this forgotten hormone inside your body, you'll be shocked by how easily you're able to melt away body fat, how you effortlessly build powerful, lean muscle mass, how you regain the sex life and libido you had when you were a teenager, and how you suddenly have more energy, focus, and mental clarity than you had in years. Before I tell you what this forgotten hormone is, however, you should know that many in the medical and pharmaceutical industries hate me for sharing this information. That's because not only does this video blow the lid off of one of the biggest medical cover-ups of the last 27 years, it also shows you a proven, step-by-step way to start producing more testosterone than a raging bull during mating season. Something that works no matter if you're in your 30s or your 80s. And once you know how these simple steps work, you'll never need to use another testosterone injection, gel, or pill again. In fact, not only do these dangerous testosterone therapies increase your chances of early death by 30%, more on that in a moment, they're also a massive waste of money, because your body won't truly benefit from increased testosterone unless you're also naturally producing the twin hormone I'll be telling you about today. That's why Big Medicine is furious that this video is even on the web, and why it's important you watch this right now before it gets censored. Because after you follow the simple and proven steps I share, which are backed by research from Mass General Hospital and the prestigious New England Journal of Medicine, you are going to fundamentally transform your body and your mind forever. Just like Dennis R. in Michigan, Ken T. in New York, and Jerry F. in Louisiana, who says, quote, "As a 55-year-old male, I see advertisements for testosterone products constantly. I've tried a few, but never gotten great results. It didn't seem to matter how much I went to the gym, or even when I tried to eat clean. I thought losing my body and my drive was just a result of aging. After watching your video, however, and learning about the forgotten hormone that's testosterone's twin, it was like a light bulb went off in my brain. Suddenly, I realized why I hadn't been getting results, and by following the simple steps you laid out, I was able to quickly and easily create the body I wanted. I feel so empowered now, like I'm unstoppable. Not only am I covered in muscle, I just feel calm, energized, and powerful. I mean really powerful. It's hard to explain, but I feel like I can do anything, or take on any challenge in life, and that I'll win every single time. I might sound cheesy, but this made me a man again, a real man. Thank you," end quote. Now, I'm sure you're anxious to see how you can transform your body just like Dennis, Ken, and Jerry did. So let's go ahead and get started. As I mentioned before, my name is Jim Bard. I'm 66 years old, and today I finally have the body of my dreams. I'm toned, I'm muscular, there's no body fat on me. And not only do I look good, I feel better than I did when I was 36. Plus, my sex drive is out of this world too. Unlike most guys my age, I don't suffer from ED or sexual dysfunction, and my libido is what my wife likes to call unquenchable. Now, I'm not going to lie. I love turning heads everywhere I go, and whether it's women in their late 20s stopping in the street to check me out, or men who approach me in the hallways at work, desperate to know my secret, it feels pretty damn good to be where I am today. I'm not telling you any of this to brag, though, but rather because I want you to know that all of this is possible for you as well. In fact, it doesn't matter what your current physical condition is, whether you're out of shape, have no muscle, have no energy, and have no libido. Once you use the testosterone-improving methods I'll be sharing inside this video, your entire life will change, and fast. Trust me, because I know from experience. This is me 5 years ago. That's a pretty big contrast to the shape I'm in today, right? Well, back then I thought my best days were all behind me. My beer belly was so bad it looked like there was a balloon stuck underneath my shirt. And honestly, it had probably been at least 10 years since I'd been able to have an erection without the help of a little blue pill. Plus, when you add in the fact that I was constantly exhausted, suffering from ongoing brain fog, and could never even sleep through the night, you can understand why my life was pretty miserable. Of course, it hadn't always been this way. In my youth, I'd been a strong guy, with a sex drive that could last all night. But the older I got, the more my body seemed to break down, and I found that my mood was becoming increasingly less stable, too. That's why when I started hearing ads on the radio for testosterone replacement therapy, I jumped at the opportunity and immediately booked a doctor's appointment. I mean, after all, the testosterone replacement ads seemed like they were speaking directly to me. They talked about stuff like declining libido, lack of energy, weak erections, poor sleep, depression, and decreasing strength, all things I was experiencing, and that you may be experiencing right now, too. So I started getting testosterone shots from a local clinic once every 2 weeks. And I'll be honest, I did see some results. It seemed like my belly fat was shrinking. I definitely had more energy and more sex drive, and I was feeling stronger as well. For a brief moment, I felt like maybe things were going to be okay. Like I was going to get my old self back, the version of myself who was powerful, unstoppable, and filled with confidence. Unfortunately, however, this hope and optimism was extremely short-lived, because just 3 months after starting on the testosterone therapy replacement shots, I found myself lying on the floor of my family room an inch from death's door. I had a massive heart attack, which doctors would later conclude had been caused as a direct result of the testosterone injections I'd been receiving. According to the ER doctors, the testosterone injections had been causing my blood to clot, and these blood clots were blocking the blood flow to my heart, leading to the heart attack that almost did me in. At the time, I was surprised by all of this, but I'd soon discover that there's an increasingly large amount of research showing how dangerous testosterone replacement shots, gels, and drugs can be. In fact, a recent study published in the Journal of American Medical Association found a 30% increased risk of death, heart attack, and stroke in men who take testosterone replacement drugs, while a similar study from UCLA found that men who take testosterone replacement drugs have twice as many heart attacks as those who don't. Now, I don't know about you, but something that can increase your chances of dying by 30%, or double your chances of a heart attack, sounds like it should be avoided by the plague, not prescribed to patients. And as I lay there in the hospital bed, I felt angry that the doctors had given me something so dangerous without batting an eye. And I felt hopeless, because this time it really did seem like my life was over, and like I was going to be weak and impotent for the rest of my life, even if I did fully recover from my heart attack. So at this point, I was pretty close to throwing in the towel, of just accepting that my best days were behind me forever. Honestly, that would have been the easier way out. But that wasn't the way I was raised. I'd been taught from an early age that when things get tough, a real man gets tougher. And so when I got home from the hospital, I started spending every waking minute I could looking for ways to increase my testosterone naturally and safely. Those last two words, naturally and safely, were key to me, because while it was clear to me that none of the testosterone drugs were worth the risk, it also seemed logical to assume that if I could somehow get my body to produce more testosterone naturally and without drugs, I could potentially get all of the benefits without any of the risky side effects. So I began to learn everything I could about testosterone, including what it actually was, how the body produces it, and why it's so important to male vitality. I'm going to share what I discovered right now. And I want you to pay close attention, because as you're about to see, this research is what led me to a major testosterone-enhancing breakthrough, something that can help you to rapidly and permanently transform your body, melting away fat and packing on muscle as you do it. So the first thing you need to understand is what testosterone actually is. Testosterone is a sex hormone that men produce primarily in our testicles, and it regulates our sex drive, our bone mass, our body fat levels, our muscle mass, and our energy levels. We start producing high levels of testosterone during puberty. And you're probably expecting me to say that as we age, our bodies stop producing as much testosterone. And that leads to a lot of problems us guys face later in life. Here's the thing, though. That's not true. One of the most shocking things I discovered while researching testosterone is that testosterone loss is not a natural part of aging. In fact, according to scientists at the University of Sydney in Australia, age in itself has no effect on testosterone levels in older men. You see, these scientists recruited 325 men who were over the age of 50. And they found that for those men who were in good health, they had the same testosterone levels as men in their 20s. Now that's pretty surprising stuff, right? Because all the ads we see online and hear on the radio talk about low T as some kind of condition that occurs with aging. Well, there I was, staring at research that proves this is absolute baloney, and that it's really just another marketing gimmick from Big Pharma and Big Medicine to try and bleed our wallets dry. While this discovery was startling, however, it did beg a really big question, which was that if the physical declines we men experience aren't caused by low testosterone, what are they caused by? So I kept digging and kept researching. I bought subscriptions to every single academic and medical journal I could find, and spent virtually every waking moment over the next 6 months becoming an expert on testosterone. It was through this research that I uncovered the forgotten hormone I mentioned at the beginning of this video. And it's this forgotten hormone that finally allowed my body to safely and naturally regain muscle mass while shedding body fat. This forgotten hormone is called estradiol, and it's a form of estrogen. Now, if that surprises you, I get it. In fact, I was shocked too. In all of the muscle and testosterone websites I'd visited in the past, and in all of the testosterone supplements I researched, everyone was saying that the key to bigger muscles was to block estrogen. After all, estrogen is a female hormone, right? Something that destroys muscles and makes us less manly. Well, that's what I thought, which is why I was so shocked as I started uncovering a mountain of research, all of which showed that unless your body produces both testosterone and estradiol, you simply will never experience the transformation you're after. And if you want proof about what I'm saying, consider what Dr. Joel Finkelstein at Mass General Hospital and his team discovered. Dr. Finkelstein and his team investigated testosterone and estradiol levels in 400 men between the ages of 20 to 50 years of age. All 400 of the men were given a testosterone gel, but half of the men were also given an increase of estradiol. The researchers were shocked to find that the group who used both testosterone and estradiol together had by far the biggest gains in lean muscle mass, muscle size, and leg press strength. Plus, it was only the testosterone and estradiol group who saw major decreases in body fat and much higher levels of libido and erectile function. Dr. Finkelstein's research was so surprising that it was published in the New England Journal of Medicine, which is the most prestigious medical journal in the world. And the research was even sponsored by the National Institutes of Health and the National Institute of Diabetes and Digestive and Kidney Diseases. So why did this happen? How could it be that a female hormone could be the key to increased testosterone levels in men? Well, as the researchers discovered, the male body naturally converts a small amount of the circulating testosterone in our bloodstreams into estradiol. And while our testosterone levels don't decline as a result of aging, it could well be that our estradiol levels do. What this means is that no matter how much testosterone we're producing, if we're not also producing estradiol, we'll continue to lose muscle mass and our libido. It'll look as though we have low T, and in fact, our testosterone levels will even start to go down, because the body naturally regulates how much is in our system, and if we're not using the testosterone we produce, then our bodies will stop producing testosterone in the first place. That's pretty crazy, right? I mean, who would have thought that the key to more testosterone was to also have an adequate supply of estrogen in the bloodstream? It was hard to wrap my mind around this fact. But as I continued researching, I uncovered study after study showing that estradiol is a crucial step one to producing more testosterone. For example, in a 2015 study published in the Journal of Clinical Endocrinology and Metabolism, which involved 788 participants over the age of 65 years who suffered from sexual dysfunction and diminished vitality, it was found that a higher level of both testosterone and estradiol were needed for increased sexual drive, erectile function, and sexual activity. And in a 2014 study that was published in Renal and Urology, which was conducted by Baylor College of Medicine and included 423 men, it was found that men with higher levels of both testosterone and estradiol had double the levels of libido and erectile function than those who just had high testosterone. Now, I won't bore you with all of the studies I found, but the point is there were a lot. And at this point, I realized I really might be onto something. Because while there are tons of natural ingredients out there that were supposed to help increase testosterone, no one ever talked about ingredients what could produce estradiol too. And so I started my research for the Holy Grail, a list of natural ingredients that could increase both testosterone production and estradiol production too. At first, my list contained several hundred ingredients, but after I eliminated every ingredient that wasn't backed by hardcore clinical studies or shown to be safe, I was left with just 10 ingredients. I'm going to give you the list right now, and then right after I do that, I'll show you how to add them to your diet in the perfect blend so that you produce just the right amount of both testosterone and estradiol and get the rock-hard muscle and other body parts that you've been missing. Ingredient number 1, Tribulus terrestris. You may have heard of Tribulus before. It's one of the most popular testosterone-boosting ingredients on the market, and is popular for a reason. It really does help with testosterone. For example, in a 2012 study published in the journal AYU, which was randomized, double-blind, and placebo-controlled, men who took Tribulus regularly saw a 78.11% improvement in sexual health along with a 16.3% increase in testosterone. Meanwhile, in another recent study, this one published in the Journal of Phytomedicine, Tribulus increased testosterone levels by 52%, and in a 2016 study published in the Journal of Sex and Marital Therapy, when 30 male patients who were 50-plus started taking Tribulus extract regularly, there was a statistically significant improvement in testosterone levels and sexual performance. More importantly, Tribulus can also help men to produce healthy and normal levels of estradiol. In fact, according to a 2013 study published in the International Journal of Fertility and Sterility, taking Tribulus for 21 days led to an increase in estradiol production that helped treat patients with ED, a finding which was further confirmed in a study published in the Journal of Pharmaceutical Sciences. Ingredient number 2, fenugreek extract. Fenugreek is another natural ingredient that's known to increase testosterone, and just like Tribulus, there's a ton of research that backs up these claims. For example, in a double-blind, randomized, and placebo-controlled study published in the International Journal of Sports Nutrition and Exercise Metabolism, taking fenugreek regularly was shown to increase total testosterone and bioavailable testosterone, while leading to significant improvements in muscle mass and power and reduced body fat. This research is further backed up by another double-blind, randomized, and placebo-controlled study that was published in the Journal of Phytotherapy Research, where it was again found that fenugreek increased male testosterone levels dramatically, while also leading to a significant increase in sexual arousal and orgasms. Plus, just like Tribulus, numerous major double-blind and randomized studies have found that fenugreek also helps support the body's natural production of estradiol, making it another powerful one-two punch for men looking to transform their bodies. Ingredient number 3, epimedium. Epimedium is also known as horny goatweed, and is popular in supplements that are marked as natural ED pills. It turns out there is some truth to these claims. as research shows that epimedium does increase blood flow to the penis and lead to stronger, longer-lasting erections. It also improves testosterone production, as was proven in the Journal of Andrology, and new research is showing that the ingredient can also help the body turn testosterone into estradiol, making it a secret cheat code if you want bigger muscles and less body fat fast. Ingredient number 4, Uricoma longifolia. In a randomized, double-blind, and placebo-controlled study with 109 men, those who took E. longifolia for 12 weeks showed higher scores in overall erectile function, sexual libido, and sperm mobility. And in another recent study from 2014 that was published in the International Journal of Preventive Medicine, and also double-blind, placebo-controlled, and randomized, the participants who took E. longifolia for 6 weeks had dramatically elevated levels of testosterone and muscle strength. Plus, just like the other ingredients I've mentioned, E. longifolia has been shown to help the male body produce and regulate healthy levels of estradiol, which is probably why it's such a powerful natural testosterone booster in the first place. So, to sum up, the 4 ingredients that increase both testosterone and estradiol are Tribulus terrestris, fenugreek, epimedium, and Uricoma longifolia. But before you go ordering any of them online, let me share the 7 additional ingredients you'll also want to start using regularly for maximum results. Those ingredients are alpha-lipoic acid, coleus fuscoliae, D-aspartic acid, saw palmetto, bioperin, and boron. Now, the reason these additional ingredients are important is that they'll further increase your body's testosterone production, so that you get the optimal levels of both testosterone and estradiol. This is important, really important, because you want your body to be producing testosterone and estradiol at a ratio of about 20-to-1. Otherwise, you'll produce more estrogen than your body needs, which in turn can cancel out the effects of estradiol. In other words, there's a bit of a Goldilocks ratio here, and it's important to get things just right. Actually, that's one of the reasons why 99% of the testosterone-boosting supplements you find on the market won't get you the results you want. Either they contain estrogen blockers, or you don't get enough estradiol, or the ingredients aren't included in the right ratios, and your body produces too much estrogen. And once I realized this, I decided to test out my own testosterone-boosting formula, something that would deliver the perfect balance of testosterone and estradiol, and do it safely, naturally, and effectively. So I spent 3 months sourcing the purest and best forms of each of these ingredients from all over the world. I even partnered with the chemistry department of my local university so they could test the purity of every ingredient I was using and make sure they were safe. Then, once I finally had my formulation, the only thing left was to test it on myself by making myself a human guinea pig. So I started taking my own blend of testosterone and estradiol-enhancing ingredients every morning, and then I waited anxiously to see what would happen. For the first 2 days or so, there weren't any noticeable changes, and I started to grow worried that perhaps this had all been a waste of time, but I knew I needed to stick with my formula for at least a week. So I kept taking my balanced blend of ingredients each morning, and by day 6, things started happening fast. I was sleeping better and had way more energy throughout the day. My mind was clearer than it had been in forever, and by the end of the first week, my belly had also shrunken noticeably, and both my arms and my chest were starting to show noticeable muscle definition. It was really exciting stuff. And by day 14, I could hardly contain the feeling of pure joy I was experiencing. Not only were my muscles really starting to show themselves, my sex drive was picking up too. I even started getting spontaneous erections again, something that hadn't happened in over a decade. And when I took my wife to the bedroom, we were both startled by how ferocious I was. It was like I was an animal, and I even found I had more control over when I climaxed. With each week that passed, the changes in my body got better and better. It honestly felt like I was turning back the clock because I looked and felt younger, and people were starting to take notice. The guys at my office, many of them who were in their 30s and 40s, all began asking me what my secret was. They wanted to know if I was on a new workout plan or a new diet. And when I told them that I wasn't even going to the gym or eating in any special way, but that I'd simply found a biological hack that allowed my body to produce oceans of healthy testosterone practically on demand, a lot of them were skeptical. So I started giving my testosterone and estradiol formulation to all of the guys in my office who wanted to try it. And within a month, we had to be one of the fittest workplaces in America. I mean, every guy who used the specific ratio of ingredients I discovered saw major results. And as the word spread about what was going on, I started getting phone calls and emails from men all over the country, all saying they'd heard about my testosterone-enhancing secret from a friend or a friend of a friend, and asking if I would share it with them as well. Well, I wanted to help all of these men, but I realized I couldn't do it on my own, so I partnered with a team of chemists and health experts, found a GMP and FDA-compliant manufacturing facility here in the United States, and we went to work combining the 10 ingredients into small, easy-to-swallow capsules, something that any guy could take 2 times a day, and that would bring him the powerful and muscular body he'd been dreaming about, revolutionize his sex life and his energy levels, and do it all safely and naturally. We've decided to call this formulation UltraTest, because when you use it, you finally live up to your maximum level of potential, becoming an unstoppable force of nature. The kind of man who takes what he wants, when he wants it, and without anyone standing in his way. So, at this point, you're likely wondering how you can get your hands on UltraTest as quickly as possible, as well as how regularly you should use it for the absolute best results. The truth is that it's still tough for most men to get their hands on UltraTest. Unlike 99% of the other testosterone supplements on the market, my formulation only uses the highest quality ingredients, which I have flown in fresh from all over the world. Additionally, UltraTest contains 0 fillers. And it's the only testosterone-enhancing supplement available that's been specifically designed to support a 20-to-1 ration of testosterone to estradiol. All of which means it can take up to 3 months to make each batch of UltraTest. Plus, because UltraTest has been shown to help increase muscle mass, sex drive, and energy in virtually all men who use it. No matter whether you're in your 20s or your 70s, pretty much everyone who tries UltraTest keeps asking for more of it, because they fall instantly in love with their new bodies and the way they feel. Not only that, but UltraTest is also becoming very popular with bodybuilders, athletes, and fitness experts. And many doctors are even recommending it to their patients as a safer way to increase testosterone compared to injections and gels. Which is fantastic because it means UltraTest is helping to potentially save lives. But it also puts yet another strain on my already limited production capabilities. Like I mentioned, it already can take up to 3 months to produce every batch of UltraTest. And as the demand keeps rising, the production keeps going up too, making it harder and harder to keep any in stock. As a result of all of this, I frequently am out of stock and don't have any UltraTest available for the public. But with that being said, I also don't want any man to suffer from the symptoms of aging, or to feel like the best days are behind them, or that their bodies are declining, especially when it doesn't have to be that way at all. That's why in the next few moments, I'm going to share a rare opportunity to get your hands on a brand new bottle of UltraTest as part of my male empowerment program. Before I do that, though, let me return to the second question, which is how much UltraTest will I want to take? That part is pretty straightforward. Simply take 2 capsules per day for at least 30 days. The reason it's important to take UltraTest for at least 30 days is simple. While the ingredients inside this breakthrough supplement have been shown to start working in as little as 3 days, many of the major studies I mentioned found that the effectiveness of the ingredients inside UltraTest only increase over time. In other words, while you may quickly feel like you have more energy, that you're getting powerful and long-lasting erections spontaneously throughout the day, that you can lift more weights at the gym and see bigger muscle gains as a result, if you keep taking UltraTest for a month or longer, the results you see will only become that much better. That's why most health experts recommend you choose at least 3 bottles of UltraTest, and 6 bottles if you want to be completely safe. Then take it for at least 90 days. That way you can get the absolute best results possible. by fueling your raging libido, energy, and muscle growth. That's exactly what's happened for the thousands of people who have already said yes to UltraTest. People like Ron R. in Memphis, Jared P. in Oklahoma City, and Robert K. in Orlando. Robert says, quote, "In my early 40s, I noticed that I wasn't putting on muscle like I used to, and that my belly was starting to stick out. Over the next few years, it seemed like I kept getting fatter and weaker. My doctor said I had low T, and I didn't question him. I just started using the gel he prescribed to me, and things did start to improve. But I was also worried about the long-term health and side effects of using testosterone replacement therapy. When I saw your video online, I decided to give UltraTest a shot. I definitely didn't have high hopes or expectations, but I figured I'd just see. That was a great decision. I'm now getting all of the same benefits as I was from my prescription gel, but without any of the health concerns. This stuff really works, too. I'm packing on lean muscle, and my belly fat has gone the way of the buffalo. Thank you so much for sharing this. I think every man should use your product," end quote. Those real-life testimonials and before-afters are just a few of the hundreds I'm receiving each month from UltraTest customers. And you should know that UltraTest is only available on this website, and only while there are supplies in stock. The reality is that I'm constantly facing legal threats from others in the supplement and pharmaceutical drug industries. Everyone is furious that I created a product that actually works, and that doesn't cost thousands of dollars a year like prescription gels and shots do. I'm fighting back against all these a-holes every single day. But the truth is, they have a lot more money than me, and I don't know if I'll be able to hold them off forever. So don't wait on taking action and reinvigorating your body and your mind with UltraTest. UltraTest is the absolute best path to becoming the most powerful, strong, and high-functioning version of yourself. And it's something that will make a big difference in your life now and for years to come. Just imagine how good it will feel when you're turning heads everywhere you go, when you become the center of attention at the office, at social events, at family gatherings, because everyone can't stop asking how you've been able to transform your physical appearance. And you just ooze out confidence because you know you're a truly powerful man. All it takes are 2 capsules per day, and you'll never be the same again. Of course, that's not to say that UltraTest is your only option. There are plenty of other testosterone supplements on the market, but they do come with some problems. For one thing, most of them don't make it clear where their ingredients come from or if they're high quality. While in comparison, every batch of UltraTest is certified by an independent third-party laboratory to ensure that what you see on the label is what's actually inside. Plus, none of the other testosterone supplements have been engineered to deliver the ideal ratio of testosterone and estradiol in your body, which means not only will they not bring you the results you want, they could even be dangerous to your physical health. Then there's testosterone replacement therapy, things like gels and shots. But besides the fact that these options can cost you $300 or more per month, over $3,600 a year, there are also horrifying side effects like heart attacks, stroke, and even death, which I can tell you from experience simply aren't worth the risk. So, when you consider that none of these alternatives are even close to as appealing as UltraTest, you can understand why I originally set the investment in UltraTest to $149 per bottle, which I honestly think is extremely fair. That's pretty comparable to what you'd pay for other testosterone supplements that are less than 30% as effective. And it's also a lot cheaper than a single month of testosterone replacement therapy and without the dangerous side effects. Yet while $149 really is a great deal, the truth is that this isn't about making a profit for me. Of course, the money you pay my legal defense against Big Pharma would be nice, but at the end of the day, my ultimate goal is to help other men. I truly believe that God gave me a second lease on life after my heart attack, and that I would be disrespecting him if I became greedy or tried to withhold what I discovered from others. That's why I'm offering UltraTest to the general public for the first time through my Male Empowerment Program. And why, if you act right now and make the life-changing decision to join the thousands of others before you, you can secure possession of UltraTest for just $69 per bottle. And that's just a start. I understand that this isn't just about immediate energy or better libido. You want results that last for the long run. And because I want to ensure that you become more powerful and stronger each day, month after month, I've created a special discounted package plan where you can get 6 bottles of UltraTest for only $49 per bottle, a total of $294. This special discounted package is only being offered to you today through this website as part of my Male Empowerment Program, however, and only while supplies last. Plus, you'll also get free shipping today, which is another $9.99 value. But both the special multi-bottle discount and the free shipping are limited. When I run out of bottles of UltraTest again, it could take up to 3 months before another batch is available. So click the 6-bottle package, or any other package you choose, below the video right now to secure your order. This is hands down one of the smallest but most important investments you'll ever make in your health, vitality, and well-being. A single bottle of UltraTest will have you feeling more energized than you have in years. You'll notice your libido starting to pick up too, and that you're looking more ripped and muscular. 3 bottles will do the same thing, but the effects will be amplified dramatically. And with 6 bottles of UltraTest, your body will be permanently transformed for the better. So at this point, I'm sure you're pretty excited, and you're wondering, how do I get started? Just click the yellow button below right now and choose the package of UltraTest that's right for you. You'll then go to the secure checkout page where you'll enter your order details. And within 5 business days from now, you'll receive UltraTest at your front door in a discreet package. So go ahead and click the button below now to secure UltraTest while there are still bottles available. This should be one of the easiest decisions of your life as well, because your investment is also covered by a 180-day, 100% money-back guarantee. It works like this. Start using UltraTest now. Start noticing how you're no longer feeling fatigued, how your belly fat is just melting away, how much stronger and powerful your drive is. And if for any reason you're not happy with your results using UltraTest, simply email or call my U.S.-based customer support team 24/7, and you'll receive a prompt and immediate refund with 0 questions asked. Plus, you don't even need to return your bottles. They're yours to keep as my way of saying thanks for putting your faith in me and my product. You have nothing to lose here except the older, weaker version of yourself. It's a 100% risk-free investment. So go ahead and click the button you see below now to get started with improving physique and your life. This presentation is now ending, and the choice is ultimately yours. One of your options is to stop watching this video and continue on with your day. That's absolutely your right. But what will change if you make that decision? How are you going to feel in a month, 6 months, or a year from now? If you don't take action today, and you keep losing more and more of your manhood. That truth is that people often wait too long to act. Yet if you do nothing, then nothing will change. That's why I want you to consider the better, easier path, which is to click the button you see below the video now, while there are still supplies in stock, and to start taking 2 capsules of UltraTest every single day. You have no risk here at all. The only work you need to do is swallowing your capsules each day. Then just sit back and relax as the unique formula I've created goes to work increasing your testosterone production and estradiol production, so that you can put on lean muscle mass so easily it'll almost feel like magic. Right now, you can get UltraTest for just $69 per bottle. And for even less than that if you get one of my more popular packages. Plus, you're also being covered by the 180-day, 100% money-back guarantee, which means there's no reason not to try this breakthrough out for yourself today. When supplies run out of UltraTest, though, It could be 3 months until I get more in stock. And when my male empowerment program ends, the price goes back up to $149 per bottle, so that I can at least break even instead of losing money on each bottle like is happening currently. All of which means you really must act now. This is your decision, and the video is now finished. Thank you for watching, and God bless you. Sincerely, Jim Bard. Hey, you still with me? No worries. I realize we've covered a lot of stuff. So right now, let me go ahead and answer some of the most common questions you may have. That's why you can make the decision to invest in UltraTest with 100% confidence. Number 1. Who is UltraTest for? UltraTest is for men who want to increase muscle mass, strength, and performance. It's also for guys who are looking to improve their sexual performance and libido, and who want more energy and mental focus. All of this means that everyone from 25-year-olds to 78-year-olds can benefit from UltraTest, making it one of the most important male empowerment supplements on the market. Number 2. What are the ingredients inside UltraTest again? UltraTest contains 4 ingredients that are shown to increase testosterone and estradiol in the body: Tripulus terrestris, fenugreek extract, epimedium, and Uricoma longifolia. As you'll remember, estradiol production is crucial for men who want to build muscle and improve libido. But your body also needs to maintain a testosterone to estradiol ratio of about 20:1. That's why I've included 6 additional ingredients into the formulation to help balance out this ratio and give you the optimal amount of testosterone. Those ingredients are alpha-lipoic acid, coleus forskolii, D-aperic acid, saw palmetto, bioperin, and boron. Now, I'll be the first to tell you that these ingredients in themselves are common to a lot of testosterone supplements. But there are a few major differences between UltraTest and other formulations. The first is the fact that UltraTest is the only supplement that balances testosterone and estradiol at the golden ratio of 20:1. And also, unlike most supplements, the ingredients inside UltraTest are very pure and high quality, and are even verified by an independent third-party laboratory, which means you can trust that what's on the label is also inside each capsule. Number 3. How long does it take to see results using UltraTest? Every person is different and results will vary, but typically people start reporting a noticeable difference within the first week. And the longer you take UltraTest, the more your results will be amplified. Number 4. What are the terms of the guarantee again? UltraTest is covered by a 180-day, 100% money-back guarantee. That means that after you've ordered UltraTest today, you have a full 6 months to decide if it's right for you. If you're like the thousands of people who already take UltraTest regularly, you'll be thrilled by the results you see. But if you're not happy for any reason, simply call or email my customer service team at any time, and you'll get a full refund of your investment with 0 questions asked. Number 5. How long will UltraTest be available? I can't really say with certainty. While my goal is to get UltraTest into the hands of as many men as possible, the truth is that folks in the supplement and drug industries are furious about this product, and they are trying every means possible to silence me, and I don't know how long I'll be able to fight them off. Which is why I'd urge you to get UltraTest today, especially since it comes with a 180-day, 100% money-back guarantee, which means you have absolutely 0 risk. Number 6. Okay, I'm excited to try UltraTest. How do I order? This part is easy. Just click the button you see below. Choose the package of UltraTest that's right for you. Then complete your order. After that, UltraTest will arrive to your door in about 5 business days from now, and it comes in a discreet package. Plus, there's no risk at all because of the 180-day, 100% money-back guarantee. So go ahead and order now, and I look forward to hearing about your experience with UltraTest.